Hello and welcome to my SDI screencast week 4. Today I'm going to be reviewing my last project, which is a library of functions. As you see before you is some of the code. Going down through line by line of the code would be horribly boring, I'm sure. I figured I'd just quickly run through it so you can see. Down here I have all my returns. The section down here is where everything gets logged to the console so you can see the results. And I will show you some results later on. Everything went pretty well. These little scripts were a breath of fresh air to be able to code and not have to worry about is it telling a specific story. It's just, does it do this function? Yes, it does this function. Okay, we move on. Flowcharting these was 100 times easier than flowcharting my script from last week, just due to the fact that I way overcomplicated my script last week. I tried to keep all of my scripts this week as concise and as efficient as possible. So hopefully that'll show in the code. I would say the sort array function where we had to sort objects in an array was the most difficult for me. Just trying to figure out how to make that all work, and finally obviously figuring it out, but there was a lot of time put into that particular one, and I would say I probably averaged around 30 to 45 minutes per script. All I can say is I feel far more comfortable with JavaScript at this point. I can at least put that on my resume, say, hey, I'm a coder now. Woo! My past experience was so minimal that there really isn't any relation. So, okay, before we wrap things up, I just wanted to show you the results of the code. I did do all 12 functions. So the first one was check to see if a phone number was valid, and that's what I have here. I chose to add the dot notation because I've seen people use that before, but no notation, just straight phone number doesn't work. Down here I have the email. Of course, it just checks for the at and the dot and the 2 to 4 characters back here. And as you can see, without the at, it says the email is not formatted properly. Again, here's the URL, checks for HTTP and HTTPS using regular expressions. Down here, without the HTTP or HTTPS, it says that it's not formatted properly, which we all know it is, but it's just going on that specific string. Here we have, I put all caps, and it outputs in title case. Here's the replace character, and results replace the commas with a dot, and there it is. The input, here it is rounded to 2 decimal places. Again, have 1, and it brings it out to 2. This one was actually a lot of fun. Does 88 fall within the 10% range of 80, which 72 to 88? Yes, it does. And does 28 fall in the 5% range of 32? And it shows you the 5% range, and no, it does not. Okay. And this is the date script where it tells you how long between 2 dates. I used the end of this class. There are 3 days, 12 hours, and 48 minutes left as of the time that I ran this script. And it dynamically updates every time you run this script. So if I come up here and refresh, I will come down here. And as you can see, there are now 3 days, 10 hours, and 17 minutes. All right. Inputted a string, 42, get a 42 number. Imported another string with numbers, but because there's a space in there, it says, no, this is not a number. Okay, the next one was smallest number in an array greater than a given number. So the given number here is 35, and if you look through the array, 43 is the lowest number greater than 35, and the sum of all the numbers, and I threw some strings and some mixed strings in there as well. It will only add up the absolute number strings, like this one with 32 trunks. It will not add the 32 onto that. It will only do the ones that are straight numbers. And this one, unfortunately, I don't have the original array it was actually key 2, key 3, key 1. It did sort it, but it actually changes the base array, so there was no way to show the original unsorted array. This was an awesome class. Thanks for watching, and I hope everybody enjoyed SDI as much as I did. Have a great year.